Hello and welcome. You're watching the Saturday edition of This Is Exclusive with me, Shabansan. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're wondering why is it taking over 60 hours for, after all, the most professional police force to arrest what they called a thief? And if you go by the first statement that was made by the Mumbai police, it almost appeared that this was an open and shut case, presumably because this was an ordinary thief. But it is, after all, over 60 hours. And what is happening? Detention game is actually being played. And let me tell you, this is exactly what I've worked on today on This Is Exclusive. I'm going to tell you this in the next few hours as to what has actually gone wrong. But first, let's take you through the headlines we're tracking at this hour. Saif stabbing mystery remains unsolved. 6 clincher CCTVs of the suspect, but Mumbai police are unable to track him. Did police gaffe let the attacker have an easy escape? We'll get you the exclusive details at 7 p.m. Lapses, inconsistencies and dodgy set of version comes to fore in the case. The house help, auto driver and Kareena record their statement, but nothing solves the mystery. The auto driver says that Kareena wasn't present at the spot, but Kareena in her statement says that she was at home at the time of the incident. The question is, who's telling the truth? Ladies and gentlemen, first let me take you through the latest images that have now been accessed of the suspect. As I've been saying, that there is a detention versus detention really going on. But before that, let me tell you, what is it that has actually gone wrong? And the reason why perhaps it's taking over 60 hours. That's because there is a clear inconsistency in the probe that has been carried out. In fact, it turns out that there is a possibility that a infighting that is actually going on between the local police station, that's the Bandra police station, and the crime branch. And let me tell you why and how exactly has all of this happened. And how exactly am I making this statement? I'm going to take you through all the details right now of what perhaps could be the reason why there is a considerable delay. Now, on your screens, these are some of what we have picked up so far. And let me just quickly take you through the details which we're going to put out in a short while from now. First to you, Akhil, who's joining us from Lilavati Hospital. Akhil, there is a clear infighting between the Mumbai Police's Bandra police station and the crime branch. I'm going to tell our viewers in a short while from now how that's actually impacting the probe. But first, from you, what's the latest coming in from Mumbai?
Well, Shawan, if you see at this point in time, we have spoken to the hospital senior officials and they have said that on the health part, if you see, Saif Ali Khan is recovering well, and within the next 2 days, they will decide that whether they want to keep Saif Ali Khan for the next 2 to 3 days or not. But at this point in time, if you see behind me the visuals of Lilavati Hospital, few hours back, what we have seen that the Kareena Kapoor Khan arrived over here. Sharmila Tagore was still inside since morning. Soha Ali Khan was there. Saif Ali, if you see, Ibrahim Ali Khan was there. So several family members were inside the hospital. Apart from that, from the film fraternity, what we have seen that several actors visited Saif Ali Khan. On the investigation part, if you see, there were certain loopholes which are being investigated by the crime branch team and the Zone 9 team at this point in time. Shawan, if you see, more than 20 different teams have been formed, but the manhunt is still on to nab the main accused in this case. Shawan, back to you in the studio.
Well, thank you very much, Akhil, for getting us the latest details, but I'll come back to you. Now, let me answer the question. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're wondering, over 60 hours and the most professional police force in the country is not being able to nab the accused, this could be one of the reasons. And I'm saying this after speaking to some of the officers in Mumbai, and they will tell you this, mostly off record, because remember, this is something that they would never come on record to say this. But I've spoken to over a dozen officers to get a sense of what's really actually happening and why exactly has there been only one statement that has been made by the Mumbai police, that too in a tearing hurry, that they ended up saying that preliminary, it appears to be a case of burglary. It seems something else is brewing. It is typically what happens in the police force, the infighting, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm going to take you through the details. First, just to remind you what really happened. 16th of January, around 2 o'clock is when the incident actually took place, where Saif Ali Khan was stabbed. So the accused exits from Saif's building around 2:30 in the morning. Now, how do we know that? That's the CCTV footage coming in from the 6th floor. Now comes the main part. Uncertainty over who made the call to the police, because we do not know exactly who from Saif's office or from the family made a call. That was roughly around 3 o'clock, is around between 2:30, 3 o'clock. That's the time range that we are being told the call was actually made. Now, this is what has happened. Bandra police station dispatched a unit to Lilavati hospital. So by this time, we're being told that the local police station has intimated, and that's also at the same time. I'm told that another unit was actually sent to Saif's residence. So this is all happening at 4 o'clock. So if you're wondering, where is the problem here? 4 o'clock, they've already sent a unit. The problem begins here. 3.5 hours delay in informing the crime branch. Ladies and gentlemen, this is again a specialized unit. So in every case, particularly of this nature, you have the local police station looking into the case. Simultaneously, a parallel investigation also goes on by specialized officers of the crime branch. If at all, at some point in time, the government takes the decision of handing over to the crime branch, to have the advantage of the investigation, they would have started this investigation and carried it forward. It turns out, because there is a competitive race going on between the local unit, the police unit, and the crime branch, we are being told, was told about 3.5 hours later. The FIR, the CCTV footage, was also not shared with the crime branch. This I'm talking about till about yesterday morning. They weren't given access to the FIR and CCTV footage. Now, if you ask the local police station, they would say that this case is not with the crime branch, so why should they have it in the first place? But now let me tell you why this is a problem. Because when this incident took place, perhaps the Bandra police station could have alerted others. It turns out the crime branch was not alerted. The other units were not alerted, which also includes the GRP, the railway police. I'll tell you why that's also important. If the railway police is not told, then the searches are not being carried out. So now comes the big part. Now, this is where I'm going to tell you what really happened. Now, join the dots. The searches did not take place at the Bandra terminus, because remember, that's another terminus where the outgoing trains could have been searched. We are being told that did not happen. Can we just put out those details on our screens right now? What did not happen because of this delay and perhaps the other units not being told? No searches at the Bandra terminus. The fact that night auto rickshaw drivers, they were not questioned by the police at that point in time. And not to forget, the biggest lapse, perhaps, you have the auto rickshaw driver who ferried Saif Ali Khan to Lilavati hospital. He wasn't even questioned till about late last night. And it was in the morning that he was questioned. Now take a look at this. We are putting together what perhaps could have actually helped the attacker. No searches at Bandra terminus. I'm going to show you the big exclusive, the images in a short while from now, which will actually tell you how the accused may have taken full advantage of this. That's point number one. Can we move to point number two, which is again police's gaffe actually helping the attacker? Outgoing trains were not even checked. So now if you see, if at all that suspect has actually reached Chhattisgarh, and if that's the attacker, ladies and gentlemen, look what's really happening. Third, night auto drivers not even questioned. So the night auto drivers who were actually present at that point in time, you never know, the attacker may have used an auto rickshaw, and if the questioning hasn't happened, then have they actually missed out on something? Now, these are few points that we are putting out. Auto rickshaw driver, the driver who had ferried Saif Ali Khan, whom we interviewed late last evening, he admitted that the Mumbai police did not even ask me any questions. In fact, it turns out that this morning is when he was actually being questioned. Now, let's take you through the other big breaking news now coming in. We have now accessed the latest pictures of the attacker at Dadar railway station. So, the crime scene is at Bandra. He moves all the way to Dadar. There is another image that we had accessed this morning. That image is of him going inside a shop and making a purchase. But this is another image that is coming up tonight on This Is Exclusive, the attacker. This is suspected to be the attacker who is spotted at Dadar railway station, and my colleague Sandeep has got more details of him, of the attacker who has accessed these details. Now, the attacker seems to have changed the clothes. Now, that's a sign of a hardened criminal, ladies and gentlemen, that in order to avoid the gaze of the investigators has actually changed his clothes, moves from the crime scene, and then goes to another location not known to the police. Now, let me also go across to my colleague Sandeep before we come up with another big exclusive tonight. That's another image, a visual image of the alleged attacker. But first to you, Sandeep, you've got us those details. It appears that that's the attacker. But if you ask the Mumbai police, they are going to say that it's all detention that's happening right now. They are all suspects. They do not have any idea of who the attacker is, how long will it take for them to perhaps arrest the attacker?
Definitely, Shravan, as you mentioned, that there is a proper lack of communication between the Mumbai police and the Mumbai police crime branch. As you mentioned, the minute to minute details regarding the timeline that around 3:30 a.m. Saif Ali Khan was in fact admitted to Lilavati hospital, and in fact around 4 a.m. Mumbai police was informed. At around between 4 and 5, Mumbai police reached at his residence, but there was more than 3.5 hours gap to inform the crime branch unit. In fact, there were many officers that I spoke to within the crime branch. They were not even aware until the story was on air, and in fact until the story was broken in the news channels. So definitely there was...
Sandeep, another big news now coming in. Sandeep, I want you to stay on. One after the other. Breaking news coming in on This Is Exclusive tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Now I'm coming to you with a CCTV footage. The CCTV footage of the accused here. Now, this is a picture that we have just showed you, and now this is from the Bandra railway station. So we are going to show you two images, one from the Dadar railway station, and now that the CCTV footage. Let's stay full frame with the images right now. I'm going to first explain this to my viewers of This Is Exclusive, what's really happening. Now, the incident takes place at Bandra. This was at the multi-storied apartment of Saif Ali Khan. The attacker leaves roughly around 2:30 in the morning. Now this, as you say, appears to be in daylight, so it would be roughly in the morning, post sunrise. So what was he really doing at that point in time? Now, he was spotted at Bandra railway station. Now, if you take a look at the CCTV footage that emerged from the 6th floor, he was wearing a different shirt. He was carrying the same backpack. As I understand, the shirt that he is wearing appears to have been changed. So somewhere in Bandra is where he's actually changed his clothes. And this is where he's spotted, at the Bandra railway station. Did he from here go to Dadar railway station? Because in a short while from now, we're going to do the transition. The transition from the Bandra railway station to the Dadar railway station images. And we're going to pull out all the images that we have so far, that we're going to once again take our viewers to the entire sequence that we have been able to piece together. So here, Mumbai police, you need to tell us what's really happening. Not answering our calls, not answering our messages is not really going to help right now. Let's just once again go back to those images that have come in right now. Those images are going to take you through what's really happening right now. Let me just quickly once again take you through it. Sandeep also will try and bring it. So ladies and gentlemen, it's very clear that something is completely amiss right now in this investigation that has been carried out so far. With this infighting that is going on between the local police station and the Bandra police and the crime branch, I beg your pardon, It seems that the attacker has taken full advantage of it. Aditi, if we can just once again go back to the images and bring back my colleague Sandeep, as we're going to take you through all the details of it, because these images that we are showing to our viewers right now, these are exclusive images. Sandeep, if I can come to you quickly. One, we do not know what was he really doing, this attacker, from 2:30 in the morning till about this time that he spotted at the Bandra railway station. Have you been able to get more details of what time is this when he was walking near the Bandra railway station?
Yes, as far as this video is concerned, and there were multiple video which has emerged from Bandra. At around 7 a.m. in the morning, he was around Bandra station. He was spotted around the Bandra station. And in fact, at 9 a.m., he reached, he can be seen, in fact, in Dadar railway station buying some mobile accessories. In fact, we've been told that he bought 50 rupees earphones as well. So definitely the needle is going towards a lot of suspicion in this very case, Shavan. But yes, the timeline is at around 7, between 7 to 9. He was between Bandra and Dadar, in fact, and at around 9 a.m. he was spotted in a store buying some earphone and accessories out there. But the biggest question, as you raised right now, that the time between 2:30 and 7 a.m. Where was he? What was he doing? In fact, these are some questions that needs to be answered. Whether he
tell our viewers,
or barged into someone
let's just quickly tell our viewers. Now we're going to take our viewers through the entire sequencing right now, Sandeep, because from what you are saying, it appears that he's moved from Bandra to Dadar, and there in Dadar, it's the same shirt, ladies and gentlemen. Same blue shirt that he's wearing, and it's the same bag. And if possible, we'll try and actually show you from the 6th floor CCTV footage, he was actually carrying that bag. This bag is actually constant. While he's entering Saif Ali Khan's apartment, while he's coming out of Saif Ali Khan's apartment, when he goes to Bandra railway station, when he goes to Dadar shop, one constant is the rucksack that he's actually carrying with him right now. So there you have it on your screens. So from Bandra, as we understand by those images pieced together, he's gone to Dadar, and then he from thereafter has gone to another location. So from Dadar, did he actually move out of the city? That's the big question. Now, the other big concern, ladies and gentlemen, this is a question. This is a question that everyone is actually asking. Now, I'm going to quickly show you, before I get you the other breaking down. Look at this image. It's the same bag that we spotted from the 6th floor of Saif Ali Khan's apartment. And now, if you take a look at it, the same bag is seen in Bandra and is also seen in Dadar. So it appears that at least this could be the same person. And if this is the same person, then perhaps, dear Mumbai police, please tell us what was the attacker doing between 3 o'clock in the morning till about he was in Bandra. Now, let's move to the other big concern. Ladies and gentlemen, Kareena Kapoor, wife of actor Saif Ali Khan, said that she was actually present when the alleged incident took place. We are just simply asking this question because some Instagram posts indicated that Ms. Kareena Kapoor was actually attending a party with her friends. This was perhaps before the incident, and some information now coming in that she had come back to her residence. It turns out that the Mumbai police is not absolutely satisfied with the statement that has been recorded so far, and there's a possibility, but for a certain follow-up questions, Mumbai police in all likelihood could actually record the statement of Kareena Kapoor. Let me just quickly take you to the facts of the case here. And the facts of the case is this, ladies and gentlemen. As per a statement recorded of the domestic help of Saif Ali Khan, Kareena Kapoor was present when the incident took place. In fact, she went inside the room after the incident took place. But again, the auto rickshaw driver with whom we spoke to said that I did not see Kareena Kapoor when Saif Ali Khan was actually brought down, and she wasn't present in the auto rickshaw. It was the 7-year-old, I beg your pardon, 7-year-old or 8-year-old son who was present there. Now that's what we are picking up. Let's take you through the details now coming in from what we have seen through the day. Through the day, what has really changed? Ladies and gentlemen, In the early hours of 16th of January, Bollywood actor Saif Ali Khan was brutally attacked in his Bandra residence by an unidentified intruder. Now, the assailant inflicted 6 stab wounds, including 2 deep cuts near Khan's spine, necessitating emergency surgery at Lilavati hospital. Now, while Khan is now in a stable condition, questions are being raised about whether Mumbai police's investigation is riddled with flaws. Could these lapses actually allow the real attacker to escape justice? Take a look at our detailed report.
In the heart of Mumbai, just a stone's throw from bustling Bandra terminus, an attacker struck Bollywood star Saif Ali Khan. The brazen crime shocked the nation, but the investigation that followed has only deepened the mystery, raising serious questions about police efficiency. Key missteps appear to have given the attacker a clean getaway. No searches were conducted at Bandra terminus, a critical escape point just minutes from the crime scene. Outgoing trains were not inspected, and auto rickshaw drivers who ply the area at night were not questioned shockingly. Even the auto driver who ferried Saif to hospital was only interrogated over 24 hours after the attack. Adding to the chaos, sources within the police force suggest that infighting may be hampering the investigation. The Bandra police station reportedly failed to alert critical units like the crime branch and railway police in a timely manner. The crime branch, a key investigative unit, was informed a staggering 3.5 hours after the attack. When they finally reached the crime scene between 6:30 am and 7 am, critical evidence may already have been compromised. With such delays and discrepancies, it's no surprise that the investigation has made little headway despite questioning multiple suspects. Over-reliance on staff statements may be slowing the investigation. Contradictions and discrepancies between the house help statement and the actual evidence are raising serious concerns. In a glaring instance of discrepancy, Saif's domestic help claims Kareena was present during the incident. However, an Instagram post by Kareena Kapoor indicates Kareena was at friend's place at that time. On the other hand, today Kareena has released an official statement clarifying her position amidst all the speculations regarding Kareena's whereabouts during the attack. Glaring inconsistencies, different versions, accused still at large, but the question still remains: who stabbed Saif Ali Khan?
As we come to the end of this news wheel, let's record and summarize with Note Assist using Galaxy AI on Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6. The investigation into the attack on Saif Ali Khan has revealed significant gaps in police procedures. Delayed searches, uncoordinated efforts and conflicting statements from key witnesses have raised very serious concerns. While some point to possible internal issues within the Mumbai police, others highlight procedural lapses that may have hindered progress. With the attacker still at large, the question remains whether these flaws are compromising the entire investigation or delaying justice. There you have it, the precise reading of the news. It is simpler format using Galaxy AI on Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6. We'll be back with the headlines in a few minutes.